Many people believe they must have everything figured out before they can feel at peace. But peace does not come from certainty. It comes from trust. Trust that the process is working, even when you cannot see the full picture. Trust that you are growing, even when progress feels slow. Trust that every experience is contributing to your wisdom, strength, and clarity. When you trust the purpose of the present, you stop rushing your life and start living it. Your present moment is also where your power lies. Not in the past, which cannot be changed, and not in the future, which has not yet arrived. Power exists in what you choose to do now, how you respond now, and how you show up for yourself now. When you give your attention to the present, you reclaim control over your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. This awareness creates confidence because you are no longer waiting for permission or perfect conditions to move forward. It is important to remember that purpose does not always mean comfort. Some moments are meant to challenge you, to stretch your capacity, and to push you beyond familiar limits. These experiences are not signs that you are failing. They are signs that you are evolving. The discomfort you feel today may be the strength you rely on tomorrow. The lesson you resist now may become the wisdom you share later. In honoring your present moment, you also honor yourself. You stop judging where you are and start respecting how far you have come. You acknowledge your effort, your courage, and your persistence. This self-respect creates a solid foundation for growth because it allows you to move forward without shame or self-doubt. In conclusion, your present moment has purpose, even if that purpose is not yet clear. Trust it, learn from it, stand fully in it. When you stop wishing your life away and begin embracing where you are, you unlock the power that has been with you all along. The moment you are in is not holding you back. It is preparing you for what comes next. One of the greatest challenges we face in life is the habit of comparison. We look at the lives of others, their achievements, their milestones, their success, and we measure ourselves against them. We ask, why am I not there yet? Or how come my journey looks different? But comparison is a thief. It steals the joy, peace, and power of the present moment. When you are busy measuring yourself against someone else, you are not fully present in your own life. You miss the beauty, lessons, and purpose of exactly where you are. Comparison is dangerous because it assumes that everyone else's path is better or easier. We rarely see the struggles, sacrifices, and unseen battles behind the success that appears effortless. The glossy images, the achievements, and the highlights are only part of the story. By comparing your life to what you see on the surface, you undermine your own growth, your own timeline, and your own unique journey. Your life is not meant to mirror anyone else's. It is meant to reflect your strengths, your challenges, your values, and your evolution. When you focus on comparison, you create a gap between yourself and your present reality. That gap breeds dissatisfaction, anxiety, and self-doubt. It tells you that who you are today is not enough, that your efforts are insufficient, and that you are somehow behind. But the truth is, your timeline is unique, and your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. Life is not a race against others. It is a process of becoming fully who you are meant to be. Each step, each delay, each unexpected twist has purpose, even if it feels inconvenient or uncomfortable. Breaking free from comparison requires conscious practice. It starts with gratitude, gratefulness for the lessons, the growth, and the opportunities in your own life. It continues with focus, shifting your energy from what others are doing to what you can do to honor your path today. When you redirect your attention inward, you reclaim your power. You begin to see that your journey is rich with meaning, filled with experiences that are shaping your character and preparing you for the next chapter. Comparison also steals confidence. When you compare, you are constantly measuring your worth based on someone else's accomplishments. But your value is inherent, not conditional. Your journey, your progress, and your experiences cannot be replicated, and they do not require external validation. By embracing where you are, you build confidence in your choices, your pace, and your path. You trust that growth is happening, even if it is quiet, slow, or invisible to the outside world. Furthermore, comparison blinds you to your present opportunities. While you are focused on what others have achieved, you may overlook what is unfolding in your life right now. the people, experiences, and moments in front of you carry lessons and blessings that are only visible when you are fully present. Comparison prevents you from seeing these gifts and therefore prevents you from taking full advantage of the now. In conclusion, comparison steals the power of now. It distracts, discourages, and diminishes the beauty and purpose of your current moment. When you release comparison, you reclaim your focus, your confidence, and your peace. You begin to honor your journey, trust your process, and appreciate the unique path that is yours alone. The power of being exactly where you are is fully realized when you stop measuring yourself against others and start measuring your life by your own growth, wisdom, and fulfillment. One of the most misunderstood concepts in personal growth is acceptance. Many people hear the word and assume it means surrender, resignation, or giving up. But acceptance is something far deeper and far more powerful. Acceptance is the conscious choice to acknowledge your current reality, to recognize the circumstances of your life as they are, and to stop fighting against what cannot be changed in this moment. It is not defeat. It is clarity. It is not weakness. It is strength. Acceptance allows you to move forward with intention rather than struggle against the flow of life. When you resist where you are, you create tension, frustration, and inner conflict. You may find yourself wishing your life were different, dwelling on what has been lost, or longing for a future that has not yet arrived. This resistance often leads to unnecessary stress and distraction, draining your energy and clouding your judgment. Acceptance, on the other hand, frees you from this struggle. By recognizing the reality of your present moment, you create space to see opportunities, learn lessons, and make choices that are aligned with your true purpose. Acceptance does not mean you stop striving or lose ambition. It does not mean you stop dreaming, planning, or working toward your goals. Rather, it is the foundation upon which effective action is built. When you accept where you are, you stop wasting energy on denial or frustration, and instead you invest that energy in growth, problem solving, and meaningful progress. Acceptance gives you clarity because it allows you to see the situation as it truly is rather than through the lens of wishful thinking or regret. Another powerful aspect of acceptance is the way it cultivates self-compassion. Life is not always linear, and your path will inevitably include setbacks, mistakes, and moments of doubt. Accepting these moments as part of your journey allows you to treat yourself with kindness instead of criticism. It reminds you that you are human, that growth is a process, and that every experience, pleasant or difficult, has value. By practicing acceptance, you learn to honor your efforts, acknowledge your progress, and trust that each step, even the missteps, contributes to your evolution. Acceptance also enhances your relationships and interactions with others. When you stop resisting what is, you can engage more fully and authentically with the people and circumstances around you. You are no longer trapped in judgment, expectation, or comparison. Instead, you operate from a place of presence, empathy, and understanding. Your decisions become more deliberate, your communication becomes more thoughtful, and your impact on others becomes more meaningful. Acceptance allows you to interact with life fully rather than react out of frustration, fear, or resistance. Finally, acceptance empowers you to reclaim your own power. Resistance often gives your energy and focus to things outside your control, leaving you feeling helpless or frustrated. Acceptance shifts your attention inward, allowing you to focus on what you can influence, your attitude, your responses, and the actions you take. This shift from resistance to acceptance transforms challenges into opportunities, difficulties into lessons, and uncertainty into possibility. In conclusion, acceptance is not giving up. It is the conscious act of seeing your life clearly, honoring your current reality, and choosing to respond from a place of strength, clarity, and intention. When you practice acceptance, you stop resisting your journey, you reclaim your power, and you begin to build a life that is aligned with purpose, presence, and resilience. The power of being exactly where you are is magnified when you embrace acceptance as a tool for growth, self-compassion, and transformation. In a world that celebrates speed, constant action, and visible achievement, stillness is often underestimated. Yet, some of the most profound growth in life happens not when we are racing toward the next goal, but when we pause, reflect, and allow ourselves to simply be. Stillness is not idleness. It is not passivity. It is a powerful space where clarity emerges, perspective deepens, and transformation takes root. When you embrace stillness, you create the conditions for authentic growth that is sustainable, meaningful, and aligned with your true self. Growth in stillness begins with reflection. By taking time to pause and observe your thoughts, emotions, and experiences without distraction, you gain insight into your patterns, your desires, and your fears. This awareness allows you to identify what serves you and what holds you back. In the quiet moments, you can ask yourself honest questions. What do I truly want? What beliefs are limiting me? What steps will align me with my purpose? These questions, often drowned out by the noise of daily life, become clear in stillness. Reflection allows you to learn from your past, understand your present, and prepare intentionally for the future. Stillness also cultivates patience. Many people believe that growth must be immediate, visible, or measurable. When results do not appear quickly, they become frustrated, discouraged, or restless. But real transformation is often subtle, gradual, and internal. Just as roots grow beneath the soil before a tree emerges above, your inner growth often occurs quietly before it becomes evident to the world. Stillness teaches you to trust this process, to honor the unseen work, and to have faith that your efforts are shaping the life you are meant to live, even if the results are not immediately visible. Moreover, stillness nurtures resilience. Life inevitably presents challenges, obstacles, and moments of uncertainty. By learning to be still amidst difficulty, you develop the ability to respond rather than react. Stillness allows you to pause, breathe, and access your inner strength before making decisions or taking action. This capacity to remain centered, even in turbulent times, is what differentiates those who grow through adversity from those who are overwhelmed by it. Growth in stillness equips you with patience, clarity, and composure, enabling you to navigate life with confidence and grace. Stillness is also where creativity and intuition thrive. When the mind is quiet, ideas emerge, solutions appear, and inspiration flows. Many of life's most transformative insights are born not from constant activity, but from moments of calm reflection. By carving out time for stillness, you allow your inner wisdom to guide your choices, your creativity to flourish, and your vision to become clearer. These quiet moments provide the foundation for meaningful action that is aligned with your deepest values and goals. Finally, growth in stillness reminds you to appreciate the present. When you are constantly moving toward the next objective, you may miss the lessons, joys, and opportunities of the current moment. Stillness invites you to fully inhabit where you are, to notice what is working, and to cultivate gratitude for the process itself. This presence strengthens your sense of self, deepens your understanding of your journey, and enhances the impact of your growth. In conclusion, growth often happens in stillness. By embracing pauses, reflection, and quiet moments, you allow your mind, heart, and spirit to align, strengthen, and evolve. Stillness is not emptiness. It is a powerful space where your potential is nurtured, your resilience is built, and your wisdom is deepened. The power of being exactly where you are is magnified when you recognize that the most meaningful transformation often unfolds in the quiet spaces between action and ambition. There is immense power in fully showing up for your life. To be present is to be conscious, aware, and engaged in the moment you are in without distraction or judgment. Presence is not simply existing, it is the act of embracing your reality, focusing your energy, and responding intentionally to the experiences unfolding around you. When you cultivate presence, you reclaim control over your mind, your emotions, and your actions, and you unlock the inner power that allows you to navigate life with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Being present begins with mindfulness. It requires noticing your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings without being consumed by them. In a world filled with constant notifications, social comparisons, and distractions, developing this awareness is a deliberate choice. When you are fully present, you are able to engage deeply with your own life rather than being lost in past regrets or future anxieties. Presence allows you to recognize the richness of the current moment, and in doing so, you realize that the power to change, act, and grow exists in the here and now. Presence also strengthens your emotional resilience. Life will always present challenges, setbacks, and uncertainties, but when you respond from a state of presence, you are not overwhelmed by fear or frustration. Instead, you assess situations with clarity, make conscious decisions, and act in alignment with your values. This ability to respond rather than react empowers you to maintain balance and composure even in difficult circumstances. Over time, this practice of showing up fully cultivates self-confidence and trust in your own judgment. Another vital aspect of presence is its ability to deepen your relationships. When you are fully engaged with the people around you, you listen more attentively, empathize more genuinely, and communicate more effectively. Your presence conveys respect, care, and authenticity, fostering stronger connections and a sense of shared understanding. Conversely, when you are distracted or disengaged, you miss opportunities to connect meaningfully, and relationships can become shallow or strained. By being fully present, you honor both yourself and others, creating a foundation for meaningful, lasting interactions. Your presence also magnifies your growth and learning. When you are engaged in the moment, you absorb lessons more fully, reflect on experiences more deeply, and integrate knowledge into your life with greater clarity. Instead of rushing through challenges or ignoring difficult emotions, you face them consciously, learning from each experience and using it as a stepping stone towards self-improvement. This intentional engagement accelerates personal development and helps you evolve into a more grounded, empowered, and capable individual. Finally, presence allows you to reclaim your power by aligning your actions with your purpose. The moment you fully inhabit your life, you stop being controlled by distractions, comparisons, or external pressures. You begin to operate from a place of authenticity, integrity, and confidence. Presence is a superpower because it enables you to harness your attention, energy, and intention, transforming them into meaningful action that moves you forward on your unique journey. The power of being exactly where you are lies in fully embracing the present moment without judgment, comparison, or resistance. Life is not a race, and your journey is not meant to mirror anyone else's. Every moment, every challenge, every pause carries lessons, growth, and purpose. By honoring where you are, you reclaim your energy, your focus, and your inner strength. Acceptance, presence, and reflection are not signs of passivity. They are the tools of empowerment. They allow you to grow quietly, trust your process, and move forward with intention. When you stop wishing your life away or rushing toward the next milestone, you begin to see the richness of your current chapter. You begin to recognize the value of your journey, and that unfolds in that every step. Stand fully in your life as it is, because it is preparing you for what is to come. Release comparison, honor your pace, and embrace stillness. By doing so, you unlock your inner power, deepen your clarity, and cultivate resilience that no external circumstance can shake. The moment you are in is not holding you back, it is lifting you forward. The power of being exactly where you are is the key to authenticity, confidence, and unshakable peace. Step into it, embrace it, and trust that this moment right now is exactly where you are meant to be.